Father Abraham. For those that are waiting, something I just went wrong a while ago, so I just tried to monitor it. So I'm good again. I'm good to go. I am good, 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 good. Right now, good. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for coming and welcome to be here. I just started and I had to just abruptly went on to correct something and be back again. Thank you. Now, why am I not seeing anything from up here? I need to see the chat. Yeah, one message or visible. Okay, live chat. Should I? Father Abraham, and many sons, and many sons of Father Abraham, and I am one of them, and so are you. So let's just praise the Lord. Right and left and right foot, left foot, turn around, heads up, turn around, sit down. I'm Father Abraham. I'm one of many sons of Father Abraham, and I am one of them, and so are you. So let's just praise the Lord. Right and right foot, left foot, head up, turn around, sit down. Father Abraham, one of them, many daughters of Father Abraham, and I am one of them, and so are you. So let's just praise the Lord. Right and left, right foot, left foot, heads up, turn around, sit down. Good evening, everybody. Sometimes we're early, sometimes we're late due to circumstances beyond our control. And because of that, you know, but trust and believe, I am here and I am coming. If I am not coming for a such day, I will give the announcement that I will not be on. But out of principle and respect for the people, as long as I did not um, give such announcement, and if I'm late, I'm still going to come because I know some persons are going to be here. Sometimes when I'm late, I got more persons on more than if I was early. Believe me. And I thank you all for being here. I am not seeing any person showing up on my screen across here, but nevertheless, I know you are here. And because you are here, I am here. Okay. Because you are here, I am here. And because you are here, I am here. And it's my duty to be here. I thank you very much. I welcome you. I welcome. And as you walked in, because there are persons that walked in, could you please just touch the thumbs up button for me? Thank you very much for touching the thumbs up button. Thank you very much for doing so. Just keep the live active, please. Keep the thing going as we champion the journey. Is there anyone with birthdays? Yes. Happy birthday to you. Is anyone mourn as if there won't be another morning? Mourn no more. there is a crown awaits you. And the Almighty said, He's always be with you. And as I said, and as it says, sometime there is mourning, a time for it, a time, you know. So when your time comes, accept it, although it is so hard to accept, but nevertheless, accept it. It's your cross, and the crown will be yours after you carried your cross. The rejoicing will be yours. The joy and merriment will be yours when you have championed the journey with your cross. Tonight, for all of you that are here, I just pray that whatever is your circumstances, I may not know, and sometimes it's best for some person don't even know, but it's not good for you to bottle up things inside. You will explode. And because you don't want to explode, try down on your knees. You learn to pray. Take it to the Lord in prayer. And when you get there, leave your burden there at all given time. Do not put your burden at the cross and get up back with it. No, take your burden and leave it right there. He is a God of his promise, and he does not make promise that he don't fulfill. That's why he said to us, do not vow and don't pay it. So do not get up and promise and don't fulfill the promise. That is not good of us. It is not a healthy look, but yeah. And thank you for being here. And as you walk in, as you turn on your, please keep the little guy hands, give him some company for me, please. Let's touch the like button. Welcome, Truly Mel. Um, glad that you're here. Thanks for being here. You're welcome again. And for the others, since I am on the late side of the scale, I won't hesitate much longer. I will get straight to what the topic said. And you have seen what I have put there. Dating online should or shouldn't. Shouldn't gives you a suggestion. Should gave you advice. So those two words sitting there, and I would have appreciate I saw your comment in the comment section, because this topic is a topic of concern. For those that have children, it's a topic of concern. For those that do not have any children, it's a topic of concern. Because you know persons with children, you may have sister that have a child, brother that have a child, somebody, friend, some relatives. It is a topic of concern. All topic is topics of concern. But I am asking you, please put your answers, your what you feel about it, put it in the comment section. Let me know that we are keeping in tune with the topic. Don't just sit and listen. In these things, this is the time you make your fingers active for the right reason, not for mischievous reason, but for the right reason. And I am sure we have adults here. And as I said from last night, they are, well, one that I not personally know her, but she is a child and she always came on the channel. But she, if and when she asks questions, you wouldn't even know it's a child. It's a young child as that. She listened and she asked the right questions to get answers. She don't let her finger give her trouble. She sit and she listen. And the less you speak most time is the more you learn. Because you will heard something that you said, oh, that was how it go. Yeah. So for the adults that are here tonight, and I mean some that is over 18, I would like you to participate wholeheartedly. Let us know your concern. Let us know your suggestion. And let us know your advice. And for that reason, I use those two words, should or shouldn't. You understand? Now, first time, children were much safer than now. We had predators back then. Don't think for one moment that they were not around. They were around. But it was less prevalent than now. And my my mother, and in those time when children are um, got pregnant, because your name and your family is one of the upstanding one in the community, persons know you from wide and far. They would not have kept you there with the stomach. They would have shipped you off to somewhere, some relatives far. And after you have the baby, you get back in shape, and that person would have kept the baby. And then you would return clean as a whistle. My mother's first child was for, I would maybe her grandfather. And she was a young girl, young, pretty girl. And however he did it, he did it. But remember, the law was not as whether rigid or half rigid like now. The family would mourn together that this person did this. Sometimes they ask to pay penance to the family. But the job has done. The job, are you hearing me clearly? Somebody tell me if they're hearing me clearly, please. Because I do not have the that mic on. Somebody tell me if you're hearing me clearly. So it wasn't like then, but the family would be in shame because persons would be having the soup round here, susu round there, look at Mr. John's daughter, my God. And they would then hide that person, hide that child, took that child away and whatever. But no, and so it went on. Some men has lost their, some of them get flogging, some being crippled due to flogging from the child's father, or that set of family would have set upon him and give him a fine flogging. And many persons who they know of their mother, with some some know of their mother, their first birth was always a big man. And in my mother's situation, he chose to leave his parish to look over into the lady's yard and look at her lovely, nice, pretty daughters and choose to lure one because his marriage could not heal a child. So he went out hunting to find somebody, and the axe fell on my mother. They found out and they sent her away from the parish that she was in to a next parish. When the child was born, they find out who this man was. He was a government worker, so you know the rest of the family, everybody, things done behind her back. She don't know what is happening. Time come for baby born. After the baby was born, and he willingly stepped up to the plate and took the child after a while and said his wife will care for the child. And that brought disaster in the child's life too. But that's not what I am talking about tonight. I just leave that part. And many other persons parent, and when they get their first child under such circumstances, it took them a long years to get pregnant again when they are fit and ready and have their person that they desire. So it took them a long, long, long time to do that. But that's not the topic tonight. Now we realize, fast forward, we're stepping up in society, we step up in life, things changes, things are doing differently. And before I get to that part, if a man wanted the woman and the father, daughter, he would have to walk to their home respectfully and ask for the child and in marriage. Maybe that child haven't reached the age yet, but it's like you put something and lay away. You put a piece of goods and lay away. So he would have waited until she is 20 or 21. And then, you know, and they did not hand over their child just like that either. There are many grilling questions on top of questions because they want to know how are you going to care for their child? Where are you going to put that child to live? Because after getting this lady, you are not going to sit there and have her looking on. You are going to do the things that married people do. And of course, you're going to get baby. And from one baby to another baby, to another baby, to another baby. How are you going to take care of your family? Because now you became a family man. So they ask all these questions. Some men are afraid to see a young lady on the street and talk to a young lady. It couldn't be done, especially where I know where I grew up. So them have to pass and can't look at you hard. Because if you run, go home and say I was coming up the road and I see Mr. John, because everybody was Mr. and Mrs. and see Mr. John and him just looking at me. The story don't end there. The story do not end there. So they were protective of their children. They would want to know where they go, who and they went there. They want to know everything, and they were not wrong. It looks sometimes when you understand this story as if they were torturing people, so they are watching their children and say, but they weren't wrong. Look back now to there, they weren't wrong. They were protecting them, their shelter of protection for their young girls, because they want to see their girls be a nurse, be a doctor, be a teacher, and all the works that lingers within those days. That's how they want to see their daughter. They want to be so boastful to say, oh, my daughter is a nurse. She has just passed out and she's working at such hospital. So they were very protective of their children. Now, we came down in an age when the man saw the young lady on the street. He does not care and think how old she may look. The first thing they start, I respect, blow through the window. Respect went. And sometimes they proceed to want to touch. And I told that young lady ever show her teeth as if she, that is where he lured her. And they make promises of gifts. They will, and don't tell your parent anything. Because, and the poor young girl took all of this until when they get them where they want them and took their virginity, they lost all control of themselves, all dignity went, all pride went, everything went. And these are big, grown, older men that do these things. Now, we are in the age, I and Marie and Ramsey, yeah. We are now in the age of technology. Many apps have been opened up. The doors of apps, the window of apps, the gate of apps have flung open. So you don't have to put on your clothes and go outside again for somebody to say, hi, I love you. No, there's no longer that. All you have to do is sit before the gadget and scroll through until you find the site. You have the porn site. So they went and they can see all of, I call it blinking abuse. Believe you me. Because some of the things is if not abusive of the body, I don't know what else. Yeah. And you have the clubs that hire them to work. And you have all different setup. Young girls, especially the ones that are in a position where they may look at it and say, my parent, and the other ones can show and offer money. And the money is the thing. You have them that have the exchange. You have them that they sold them. They're collecting off them like a piece of goods. Like you went into the 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 the, the the butcher's stall and you ordered a cut of meat. This is where it came down. To my doorstep. There was one time that my daughter sent me some pictures and the name of some person and whatever there. And I think it was through Facebook, or I think it was Facebook. He bumped into her or whatever it is, how it goes. But right there and then, he went into some person's store and he took every picture of all the shoes, all the underwear, oh, name it. And this is what when is your birthday? I'm gonna send you this for your birthday. This is a package, and this package is coming. I am going to get to that part of it. But my question to each one tonight that is listening to me: what do you think about online dating? Should it? Shouldn't it? What is your take on online dating? Age does matter. Some person said age doesn't matter. Age does matter. You have your teenage. Should your teenage on a dating site, dating and you know relating to someone they don't know, they haven't seen, you are there saying all the right words that you think the person will like. What is your take on online dating? And I am not talking much about the adult who is having a dating mate on there. I am speaking about the young people. You're 14, you're 13, you're 15. If you don't mind sharp, even you're 10. Because they probed the site, they found the site, and they are there having a catawampus time. What is your take on online dating? Think about it. Put your answers there. What is the danger? Because after you think about it, now you're going to have to look at the do's and the don'ts. You have to look at the danger in it because there is a danger zone in it. There is a danger zone in online dating, right? Online dating can be more dangerous. Dangerous to the point that you may never see your child anymore. That's how dangerous it is. With the danger, how do you speak with your young people? How do you encourage them about online dating and the danger that it carries? User may be exposed. The users of the channel of the site may be exposed to a variety of risks. You're talking about your nieces, you're talking about your children, you're talking about your young daughter, your young sister, everyone involved. Because sometimes, even if the program of the site is not at your house, it go on somewhere else. Your daughter may be one that you have a fist, a hole on them. So you police them. You curtail their behavior. Well, what about when they went to school? And the next one that is not so, the parent, yeah, and they expose them to it. Children should not, Parents should not wait until. Parents should be knowledgeable about the things around them. Parents should know about the dating site, know what it entails, have some knowledge about it that you can sit the children down and you have a proper reasoning with them. Yes. There was one time a young lady, she on the dating site and she saw somebody and she what the dating site is that all like what they do, how they do, where they say and all the rest of it. Anyhow, this person said, okay, let us meet. This is the danger now. This is the danger. Let us meet. I am living 35 miles away from where you are. So you can take the bus from point A to point C. Get off of point C and took a taxi to point Z. And this young lady, she took the direction, and she decided to go and see this handsome knight in shining armor. She was 19 years old. So we would say she's adult or bordering on adult. The taxi she took, this concerned lady, because she doesn't know where she's going. She asked the taxi because he told her the taxi, the name of the place, and the taxi that runs there, ask the taxi driver and they will put her on the taxi that is going into that particular um, community. She did it. On her way, she didn't realize the place was so far. Oh, yes, it's a distant away. She asked the name of the place if he reached there, and she said, the taxi driver said, he's just now turning into that area. Where are you going? I don't know. I am going to be meeting with somebody. Somebody is coming to meet me. Where they say you should get off? They said I should get off at one big tree at, at a point. He reaches the big tree and she look out and she don't know the person, but she looking for the person. Good. The taxi paused. Somebody in the taxi who was so concerned said, "Where are you from?" And he said, "Do you know the man that you're coming here to?" No. So then she proceeded to call. An elderly man was standing under the tree. But of course, she were not looking for an elderly man because she was speaking to a young man and the thing. She in the taxi because the guy stopped and she made the phone call because it's a call. To their surprise, was the elderly man. And they didn't say elder, they said the old man. Took the phone in his hand and he quickly up in years. She said, Jesus, him. She showed the picture of the person who she was talking to. Online and dating site. The man uses one of his son young picture to lure this young girl. The person in the car said to her, you know what is good for you? Do not get out of this taxi. The taxi is going to drop off other persons. Use that same taxi. Get back to where you get on the taxi. Get your bus and get straight back to your home. Can you imagine how this young girl feels? Because she was having a good time with this young guy. And this is the picture that is put up to her. Anything could have happened to her because she traveled several miles away. Did her parent or anyone know where she was? No. She's going to meet this knight in shining armor. The danger lies when they met, who they were talking to on the phone, on the side, on the TV, I mean, on the laptop for the very first time. Yeah, this is where sexual violence came in. This can include sexual assault and rape. Read between the line when I said rape. And last night there was somebody on this live was misbehaving because they want to see what is going to happen. This is one of the bird you do not. This is one of the word that you have to coin it. So if you understand gypsy, then I would put it in gypsy. But this is one of the word that you don't blurt out on the live, like as it's spelled. So you can change the letter. When I said rope, you can change that other letter and you will get what I'm speaking about. He can rope her. Some person said rape on their platform. Yeah. Mm. Ew. And, 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 and can occur when user meet up in person. No, both of us met in person. The person on the other side haven't got any good intention. There are several reports, several news on the news media where these things happen. And some have never been found. Some who partially found is found in some bushes, sleeping unconsciously, never to wake. Decomposition started, and all of these things. This is a topic, and it's not this first people's talking about it, but how do you talk? You don't, it took your young people and you read out the rights of the danger. You let them know what can happen and what will happen. Because a person want to meet you, the first thing, they're not coming to ask you, oh, what school have you attended? When did you graduated? When are you going to graduate? How much subjects do you have? What are you studying to be? They are not coming for that. There is a gaping, and that's exactly what they're there for. They're not asking you from what nation are you from? Who is your parent? They want to know nothing about you. You present yourself and you present yourself with the goods that they are expecting. Because they're expecting something. And they set themselves for that. The extent of the damage leads to sleep on and take your rest. That's what it leads to. And they are gone. Who did it? No one knows. Why you go? No one knows. And it's all the time that these children hid away from their parent. They are going to school, to wherever they walk with a change of clothing. So you saw a school child a few hours ago, and the next time when you look around, you see a grown adult. What they said, they cut their own a pound of weight, and if it want an ounce, they put it on. Who are in the problem? Who have to go and report the missing? Who is crying? Who give ransom to say, if you see this person, I will pay this amount of money? Who? Stop and think. One person caused the trouble and everybody get involved. All the family members get involved. One caused the trouble. One sit there when they should be thinking of something else. They think everyone that pull up their faces up there, they are the knight in shining armor. So they are going to meet the knight. I have no idea because their mind are clouded with other things. They are not seeing through the 10 inches wall. They do not take some of the things to say, why did he say this? And why he didn't want to meet my parent? And you notice, it's not the predator going. The predator called the prey. The predator is not going. Is the prey going to them? And they dressed to look their best, to step up to the knight in shining armor. Should or shouldn't? Is this something that you think or you are in agreement to? Is this something you would love your children to go through? Your girl that is doing so well, a prosperous future child, and you end up after be crying, mourning, bawling, hollering, when you can't even find the remains. This should be concern of family members, not only so relative, because sometimes family members are a part and parcel of these things. The one that don't consider well. Oh, I have seen a lovely guy. Oh, come on, come over, man, come over. Um, let's meet and we and you open up the app and the little innocent lambs there and eventually start participating, start tickle the ears. Your children should be taught in such a way that they see and smell the trouble from 10 miles away. The questions asked, so why you have to go to meet that person? Invite that person to meet with your family, meet with you. Why you have to go and meet this person in the park? Why you have to go and meet this person in a tavern? Why you have to the car come and pick up on the meeting places into the car? And all these questions should be asked. You are such a decent person, and you are inviting me to meet with you, to have lunch, to have a cup of tea, and you are inviting me to come and sit in the park. Where do you live? You ain't have any self-worth? You don't have any family? So why I should meet you in the park? And when you pick me up and took me to T Martin and we have tea and have the rest of it, you park up someplace, and that is where I am spending the time with you. Why? Teach the children to have more self-worth. They must know their worth. They must know their value. That when these persons sit on the other end of some part of the world saw you and you entertain them in the argument, and they start showing even their private part to you on the web, on the net, and they're expecting you to do the same thing, to show them the little cluster, the shrub that grew around the well. From there, one, that's not an husband material. That person does not mean you any well, any good. Because if he is going to be on the World Web and took his private part to show it to you and expect you to do the same thing, think well. Other side of it, the BU have done a studies, and 14% of sexual assault attacker occur after the first in-person meeting. They don't want to meet you a second time. So they went for it. They didn't care what happened after. Sometimes they have a team set up for you. When you think it's one, the team might carry about six. And they took turns. Imagine if this person has not lost their virginity yet. You think they are going to be, you know, patting you down. Oh, nice, yeah, until you get there. No, they attack as if when a lion attack its prey, don't give it any chance. Grab, rip, no chance. That's the way their attack go across. You can't run, you can't scream, you can't do nothing for yourself. You became helpless and undone. Yes. Friends, relatives should get involved and bring awareness more and more to their household. Because you bring in awareness to, let's say you go into a school and whatever and you talk. Sometimes you have to hold back on certain wording the way you really want to really suck it to them for it to reach somewhere. You can't do it that way. But the awareness at the home, you're not going to pretty it up. You're not going to put on a pretty clothes on it. You're going to rip it naked for them to really get it through their thick skull. The danger out there. Yes. They meet, and sometimes substance have been used. We are set up for the gal, man. Yeah, we are set up for her, man. Where are you? Where you reach now? Oh, I'm just with. Yeah, man, we all waiting here for you. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. And when you reach, it's half a dozen. One stepped out because that's the one you were talking to greet and to meet. Don't know where you're coming from. Don't know if you did even wash your mouth, but implanting kissing to your mouth. All right, man, and you know we have this and they give their presents. An innocent you sit there and you swallowed down what they gave you. It's a drink. That drink has been spiked, and they sit and watch you until you start feeling like you're falling off the seat and not there. And they say, good time. And they took you to their place of what they're going to do. And they all took turn. They treat you as a piece of garbage. They treat you as you would look on a piece of meat and it is no good. It start get gangrene and you throw it away. The same person that was on the phone and telling it how you look good. Oh, take off the blouse and let me see the breasts. Oh, remove the and they're having a proper viewing of your body. The same one who did all of that. When you are in person in front of them, you are nothing. And they use you, abuse you, and finished with you. Parents, loved ones, caring for your children, because it's going to get worse. If we don't try to educate them, it's going to get worse. I have not seen any comment in the comment section. And this is one time that I ask you to say something, should or shouldn't. You're giving an advice or you're making a suggestion, one out of two. Put something there. Or we are saying we are in agreement for them to be on the dating site because maybe they may have met, as I'm gonna say this one, they may met a millionaire. Some persons, some person, it was just one, went to a certain country. That person have a friend right here. Yeah, a good friend. Maybe it's from school. Maybe what you don't know. And she went there, and she get some of money, and she get clothing, and she get all that her little heart desire, except for some of the torture that she went through. She came back, and she was not satisfied that she alone went and get her torture and all the rest of what happened. She needed to have a company in it too. So she came and she invited her friend. Let's go to this countryman. Over there is nice. Da, da, da. She don't tell him about the cartels. She don't tell him anything. And the friend went with her. Some friends, some persons who we say is friends. Yeah. Innocent, she don't know. She went to her spot that she went and get, you know, and she took the friend there. And the friend was introduced. The friend noticed, these are the words from the friend. The friend noticed that it's in a it's in a bar, and it was only men in there, and everyone was coming and saying, "Oh, nice gal, no, nice gal, yeah." Yeah. He sat there, not understanding what is happening. A friend said to her, "They're nice man, nice people, there, man. Yeah." The next thing, she was taken on a boat, and a yacht, to be exact, to meet the high priest or the king, whoever he deemed himself to be. And she had to parade around for him. And then she was sent with those that took her there to undress. And they took her to get undressed, took her back to him. And he had two nice doggies there. And the girl said the things that she added to do. He promised her ten $10,000. At first, it says 100,000, and then he said, and the girl cannot live with herself unto this day. All the dogs have to be involved in it. And when she think that was not enough, there were others that was involved. She came back home sick, miserable, you name every book, every word you can find for the description. She could not. Then she asked a friend, "This was what when you went there. This was what they did to you." It's obvious because you just come from me and bring me there, and you know. She said the things that they did to her on the boat is luckily she came back with her life. But they took her and tossed her, get her out of the yacht and tossed her in our place. Weak as rat. Yeah. Be careful for nothing. Be careful for nothing. Women are almost not being cared for by the opposites any longer. Women actually been seen like use and throw away. They treated women as if they are you're just here to satisfy a purpose and it's over and done. It's like when you bought some tissues, you know what the tissue is used for, and then it is cast away. Now they transform into the scammer. And every one of them want to exploit people, looking for a romantic partner, and say they do it another way. So they do this through dating, pretending to be a prospective partner. How many? I am not even focusing on the stupid ones. All the man say, have things sending for your birthday. It's a gift, and he's asking you to pay for the gift. Take money somewhere and pay there. Not thinking again. I have seen a woman came in tears, lost of all the money, maybe not all, but a load of money. Because they met this person, and this person is a knight in shining armor, and he find all it's like he went into an encyclopedia and he took out all of the right words when think she want to hear. Yeah. And he left her without nothing. And let me tell you, they have no names. Because the names that they gave, you can't, that name is not cannot be found on any registry. So they don't have any name. These things went on in a lot of places. There was this person working in the army. We used to do some courses together. Yeah. And those guys in the uniform, they went out and they met. And they make sure they look for those, especially those girls that they feel like if they're not on the road, they are not in the world of living. They must be on the road for no proper reason. They are going to look for the friend, and they end up in some places that they should not have been. And this was a joke at that workplace. This lady turned up asking for Corporal Bayonet. And when she asked for the name, she went to the front desk. They sent her the information. They sent her, go accept it. Who you asking for? Corporal Bayonet. I said, let me find out if he's at work today. Hold on, hold on. And she's there waiting. You know what Bayonet is? She doesn't know. It's a piece of tool or equipment or whatever they use there. It's being called the bayonet. And a lot of women get fooled that way. Some bring forth children, and that father can never be found. Even when they are walking and looking at them, they can't be found because he doesn't have a name. Everything that is in, every piece of thing that is used in there, that's their name. We have to be careful, and we can't too careful. But as long as you are a relative, parent, or who you are to your young people, you would love to see them become successful. You'd not say that you don't want them to have a husband or a man or a whatever, but when the time is right. Online dating. What age would you prefer to see doing online dating? I am asking for persons to put their thought on on paper, but I am not seeing anybody is doing that. What do you tell me? Everything that I said, you're in agreement with it? Hmm? Everything that I said, you agreed with it? Well, the mere fact, sometimes silence means consent, and sometimes silence doesn't mean consent. But if silence means consent tonight, that nobody have anything to say, they just listen. It tells me that apparently I am doing both things here. I am making a suggestion, and I am also giving advice. If they should be still online and what the age of online dating, it's not that they can't go online and date, but we're talking about your children here. So the age makes a difference here. What age group children or persons would you like to see or hear of on doing online dating? If you don't answer anything, please put that one there. What age group, in what age group would you like, or you think, or you suggest, not what you like, your suggestion, what you suggest, or should, or shouldn't? What age group? What age group would you shouldn't shouldn't be or should be doing online dating? The age group matters. The age group is important there because when you put the age group, the onus is on you to ensure that no one for you in that age group is participating in such. So, should or shouldn't put the age group. Miss Truly Mel, if you are still on the live, I am actually going to call you. Should or shouldn't. Indicate an age group that shouldn't or should doing online dating. You are the supervisor of the channel. So I'm going to ask you if you're still here. And I think I see one, Anne Ramsey. If you're still here waving your hands to me, I would love you to make a comment. The age group should or shouldn't. I'm not seeing any more names yet, but there are others that are like by standard. Um, could you put something in the comment section? Should or shouldn't? The age group. The age group that should or shouldn't doing online dating or doing online dating. And if you're still here, feel free to comment right there. And if Truly Mel is still there, please comment a comment right there. Let me see if what we think can work and will work if others decided to do their due diligence. Thank you for being here tonight. Nobody is putting their comment there. Everybody, are you afraid of the subject, of the topic? Or are you not in agreement with it? Okay, since you're there, I am asking you the age group that should or shouldn't doing online dating or doing online dating. What age group you suggest? Shouldn't or should? Sometimes you just want one person to start, others will follow you. And if you're still there, yeah, participate, man. Participate in the comment section. Should or shouldn't. Shouldn't is making a suggestion. Should. I don't believe in the online at all. But persons who like it, I think it should age from 30 upward. Thank you, madam. Somebody else come in with their comment. I'm not seeing much names on my side. That names are already ruled off, but I still see Han Ramsey sitting before me. If you are still on live, will you make a comment for me, please? These are of concern to everyone because each time you heard the news, this person cannot be found. I have seen them 6 o'clock yesterday. They were wearing a blue pants and a yellow shirt. They were clad in so and so. I saw another said, I saw that person went in a car. It's dangerous in these time through, and a lot of persons get hurt doing it. Yes, ma'am. Yes. And the next thing you know, they have been looking for this person where, here, there, and can't find them. Relatives started to put out ransom. If you have seen my daughter, my son, sorry, my daughter, my niece, my cousin, my some have never been found, and the blister and the scars still sit in your heart or somewhere in you because you're still hoping to see that person walking through the door, yet it never happened. It never happened. Let me give you a next story with this very online dating. Hmm. And these things I am saying, they are not make-up stories. They are real, true things that happen in life. And I'm going to call out this person's profession. She was a teacher. And she and this person met on the dating site. And they have their thing going, and it is going, and it is going. And the more it goes, is the more she get into it, and she get in her feelings, and she's been looking at this. Oh, this is one of the other people them in Africa name. Um, the head one them in the not the head one, but those they are either king or and she this, and this thing went on. And the more it went on, she's having sleepless night because she wanted this person so much, so badly. And the person, in seeing her action, read her behavior, and see how vulnerable she gets. And he gave her a list of who he is and more. She had her job. She's working with the government. She's getting her monthly salary. She have her house sitting on a nice piece of land. She reaps crop from that property and can able to send to the market. And that thing went on until she decided to sold her house because everything Copper said no. The house in the US of A is being prepared. Everything okay. You come here. You be with, and you can't wrong her. Everything nice. Everything good. Eh, she sold her house and she was not 20. She wasn't 18. She wasn't 16. She wasn't 20. She sold the house. She resigned her job because now she is smiling from here to around here. Oh my God, I will be living the life. Bid goodbye to her colleague. Before she got on the plane, that a day before she left, she called Mr. Knight. Knight in Sherman, not his name. I, he said, "Don't worry, my darling. Everything is okay." Oh, you sold the house. Just make sure you put the money into a foreign account. When you get here, you can get you can access to the money. Oh, yes, my darling. I did trust that. When she reached to the airport that she was leaving from, she called. No answer. She called. No answer. She boarded the plane anyhow. When she got to the certain airport, disembarked from the plane, she called. No answer. So, what happened to him? Oh, Johnny not answering. Maybe something is wrong with his phone. Or so she wrote out the address that was given to her. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. She took a Uber and she handed the driver the address. This is the address I am going. When they pulled up an address, it was an open space with a sign for sale. Do you all hear what I said? This lady is working several years with the government. She have her steady job. She's sure that her money she wrote and put on the shelf. She have her house, not a very small house either, nestled on a nice couple acres of land. And this man and her, he got to the address. It was an open space with a sign for sale. He had some relatives in the States, and she called, which you were many miles away from where they are, actually in the next state, to say, I am here and I can't tell you what happened to me now, but I said, okay, check into a hotel and we will be on our way to get you. So she did that. Her house is gone. Her job is gone. And no doubt the culprit is also gone. I wouldn't have blamed the man anyhow. Because guess what? Some of us fall for just the whistle that the man whistled. And we believe every word that drops out of their mouth. We believe in every word that fell out of their mouth. He speaks so eloquently. It sounds as if it is true. No, I don't believe he's lying. He wouldn't lie that way. He wouldn't tell me any lie that way. Of course, that's exactly what he's doing. But persons do not listen to themselves. You know how many times self talk to you? You know how many times self talk to me? But we are hell bent to say, no, man. Because guess what? I think he did like um this story. It apparently could be true because other persons I saw do it. This man he carries the beard. You have a long beard. And you know him getting into him feelings with this girl, man. And he took her to whoever know Kingston in Jamaica, went up to Beverly Hills, and he was up there looking, and she went there to visit with him, and he stood and said, "All these are mine." And she looking, and she never see where her hand go. All these are mine. And him strokes in him beard. When she moves in with him, she start visit because he did have a house, yeah. And one day she said that, um, what do you do with those houses? You rented them out? And so which house? She said, but you're showing me that, and I said, I only have one house. But then you show me. And say you weren't looking and that's why women get fooled. I said, all these are mine. It was a place I've been telling her about. But he never have a place there. So he using beard measure because she want to know what is his worth. All these are mine. In the teacher's case, I had no blame to put on the man. None whatsoever. None. And she ended up stuck here. Because why would she be going home? She would have to get a place rent. She would have to go start buying her furnitures again. And of course, she would have to open a basic school because she could not get her foot through the door because she resigned her job. So let me tell you something. Some person said at age 30. And the person that did this story I'm saying about, she was older than 30. And she did such stupid move. She made that stupid mistake, something she can never recover from. Yeah, it seems that hand is off the it's gone. But anyhow, thanks for that comment, and I'm sure other person will saw that comment. Maybe what I am saying is well a please off. So at this point, um, I am coming to the close of the live. Seeing I started late, I should be further, and I could put more things in it. But at this point, I thank you all for being here. 10:57, almost 11. I am thanking you all for being here, and for those that are just rolling out of bed, and for those that are in today is what is today Tuesday is already in Wednesday and bothering up on Thursday. I am glad for you, and I assure you should enjoy um, food for thought, I should say, this live tonight. And although I didn't see you on the live, but we big you up, give you thanks, and for so many of the persons that are there. These lives or these topics are food for thought. Think about it. You don't get caught in it, try don't. Try don't. The lightest person is the one that sits behind the phone and telling you all kind of crap. And women do not think that they should wait 2 days, 3 days, and use but the same word, twist them and ask the question, and then you will know who is behind the camera, who is spilling those lies, because they are lying through their teeth. So it was good for us to meet up. Last night we have a rousing one too. Tonight, food for thought live. And just look into these things and remember, have a sit down with your children. Make them say you're annoying. Yes. But don't stop. Rub it in. That they will get an understanding why you do it. You're saving yourself and you're saving them. Understand? You don't have to go on a camera to find a husband. You don't have to go on camera to strip yourself to show it off to any man. Any decent thinking man would never want you to do that. And any decent thinking woman would not accept that from a man. That is to tell you who this person is. So, I thank you all for being here. And on another live, again, we will be here to, you know, rub together, speak together, put your opinion in the comment section. Don't worry, I'll soon have I'll soon have calling program. And some of these live that I have done, some of them I'll go right back to them, pick out things from them, and bring it to ear. Person calling in heard their opinion, what they think, and how they think. Should or shouldn't. Advice or suggestions. You know? So I thank you all. I thank you all for being here, for participating, um, for liking up the live, for watching the for watching and for subscribing. I thank all of you. Thank you, thank you. It's gratitude to you. Thank you, thank you. And for those that I haven't seen, we send a shout out to all of you, wherever you are. Have a good one, and we will see each other again tomorrow. Thank you, and I'll be closing the live now. Thank you all. Thank you. Wow, it is so hot here. It's just getting cool down now because, I tell you, it's brutally hot. So, bye. Have a good one. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good evening. Good. Thank you. Down here, I'm supposed to be right here. End the stream.